what it was. Y'all know who it is, and you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge Yourself, and I figured I'd lace y'all up with a little cosmic insight for today. And say, man, so we can close out these fire signs and move on to something else. I figured I'd bring y'all a little something about those people that have Mercury and Aries in their natal chart. And before I can even go there, because I always do, but just because I have to, I'm going to bring y'all a little information on the planet Mercury in astrology, and also give a quick breakdown about the sign of Aries in astrology. So that way we know what energies we're working with. And so let's get it cracking. What's Mercury? Mercury is the closest celestial body in relation to the sun in the whole entire solar system. As a matter of fact, it's never more than 28 degrees away from the sun, and it only takes 88 days to go through its whole entire orbit. It's named after the winged messenger of the gods, which in Greek mythology is Hermes, or in Roman mythologies is Mercury. And I like to say it comes into our chart and commands us to speak. It's all about communication, intellect, logic, reasoning, cognitive awareness, and all the things that consist of the mind and the way it works. You know, when someone refers to something that's having a mercurial nature, the first thing that comes to mind for me, as I've told y'all before, is restlessness and motion. Mercury moves quickly and things happen fast here. So it's all about quick wit, quick thinking, possibilities, opinions, and the ability to rationalize shit. Mercury rules the 3rd and the 6th houses of the zodiac chart, as well as the signs of Gemini and Virgo. It's neither feminine nor masculine energetically, and it kind of assumes the gender of the sign that it's in. Mercury is all about how you think, you know, all about how you process things mentally and then communicate your thought processes. You feel me? And so, what is Aries? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It rules the 1st house. It rules over the head. It's ruled by Mars. Its symbol is the ram. And its mantra for me is, I am. And this is cardinal fire, y'all. And this energy likes to be first in all things. Aries is the leader of the pack. And it's always first in line to get shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? But actually seeing shit through to completion, not so much. This energy prefers to initiate rather than complete. It's all about rallying the troops and going headfirst into battle. Aries is the god of war. Aries oozes personal magnetism. It isn't shy or timid. It's bold and in your grill. It's pioneering in the epitome of strength and competitiveness. Whereas, you know, Aries shows up in the chart, wherever Aries shows up in the chart, it brings a jolt of energy and dynamism that can really bring about the dawning of a new day if you allow it to. And let me inform y'all that to have Mercury in Aries, you either have to have a Pisces sun, an Aries sun, or a Taurus sun. For the simple fact is, like I told y'all earlier, Mercury is never more than 28 degrees away from the sun. Okay? Excuse me. And so, what about people born with Mercury in Aries? The first thing is, these people think and react to mental stimulation extremely quickly. The quickest, you know? They have a great deal of mental energy, and they can learn best when they're intellectually challenged. And, you know, Aries is the god of war. And so, if you want to mentally stimulate them, challenge them. Tell them they're wrong. You might get in trouble then, you know what I'm saying? When Mercury is here, it possesses innovative ideas that are typically expressed assertively and with the utmost confidence. And if you don't like what they saying, oh well, the same with like the Sagittarius Mercury, no filter at all. Mercury and Aries people mind is highly energized, and they are very aggressive thinkers and speakers. So I'm going to let you know off the rip that they do not give two shits if you don't agree with their opinion. They're not going to be very diplomatic, and they are usually straight up in the way that they communicate. Watch your mouth and your tone when you're talking to them, because, with Mars influence here, if shit gets past a certain point, they really not finna do no more talking at all. They finna go right up in your grill, man. And I hope you about it, because they are about it. Like I said, Aries is the god of war. So when the god of war comes into Mercury, the planet of the mind, it makes one fearless in their mind. They don't give a damn. When Mercury is deposited in the sign of Mars, you can bet your ass that third words and thoughts are going to be acted upon. And for the people that do have Mercury and Aries, we always got to watch out with that. Because you don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to be jumping on people. And we're trying to be evolved. We're not trying to hurt people. So let's try to keep our temper in control. This is the epitome of what they call hot-headed. This is cardinal fire in the mind. You know what I mean? This is an extremely hot-headed individual. The bottom line is these people absolutely, they don't beat around the bush, and they don't appreciate that shit either at all. And when you do, they're going to become incredibly impatient. You finna get cussed out, left behind, slapped the shit out of. And, if you can't keep up with them mentally, they really ain't got no business fucking with you. And they're going to see that pretty quickly. And Aries is the sign that's ready to move on from things very fastly. So they will just cut you off. So when shit gets real, people with this placement, they make quick judgments and they don't spend a lot of time analyzing their possibilities. They're going to figure out what they got to go and do it. People with Mercury and Aries are assertive thinkers more than anything else. And being like this might get them into more than their fair share of quarrels. This is people that they're going to always be arguing, very defensive. Or, sometimes it's either the best defense is a good offense or the best offense is a good defense. Whichever one it is. But when it's Mercury and Aries, the best defense is a good offense. You know what I mean? They are waiting for you to say something so they can get off in your ass. These folks really do have a tendency to jump to conclusions way too motherfucking fast. I will say that. And they also are that one individual that always got to get their point of view across first. Which is going to make a lot of people see them as having a self-centered approach to shit. And that's something that Mercury and Aries people majorly are going to have to work on throughout their lives. When Mercury is, activated by Aries, great stress is placed on the nervous system by the mental faculty needed to transfer the inspirational release of energy, ideas, and the swift intuition, I'd say, that comes here. Mercury and Aries, just like I said with all the fire signs that we've talked about, the synapses are firing extremely fast. And right here, they're firing the fastest. And does that mean that they're always right? No. But they're going to make connections really quickly. And they're going to make judgments really quickly. So with them, when you say the wrong thing, it's liable to make them slap the shit out of you really quickly. You know what I mean? And so, watch your tone. Put your hands over your head and watch your tone. In Aries, Mercury is strong, impetuous, usually manifesting through the individual being a creature of impulse and enthusiasm and they're probably ultimately unable to concentrate on shit for very long or any extended amount of time. Aries is the fastest moving thing, and it wants to move on from things from place to place very quickly, and Mercury's all about that too. So it's going to help that. It's going to add to that dynamic. For me, Mercury and Aries people are best described as headstrong individuals with burning ideas and beastly intuitive capacity. They have the most active of minds and learn things very quickly. Enthusiasm and the ability to lead with communication are their best strong points. They have a fondness for arguing and debate, and that could eventually lead to some barn burners if they don't try to keep a handle on it. Because, like I said, sometimes their minds can get past the point of talking faster than anybody else's. So you really have to be careful when you're going with them in a conversation. And the thing is, they're going to want to debate with you. But this is not the type of person that you might want to debate with, because as soon as they get past a certain point, they ready to squabble. And You might not be about that. What's my Mars? Oh, what's my Mercury? I'm Mercury Leo, so I happen to be about that. But I'll play into the side, you know. One thing for sure is Mercury in the fire of Aries is always going to have something exciting and provocative to say. If you got questions, they got answers right motherfucking now. And, you know, they ain't going to leave you waiting around at all for nothing. Their minds stay fresh and active. And there's always something new brewing, and fucking with them, life will never become stale. You know, just remember that with Mercury and Aries, this is as fast as the mind gets. So either you gonna roll with it or you gonna get rolled over. And for those of y'all that have Mercury and Aries, hey man, just to make sure that you are doing the right thing, it's never nothing wrong with going back and checking things out. You know what I mean? Take a deep breath and calm the fuck down. I mean, I understand you have all that energy. The most important thing for y'all is to find some sort of outlet for all this mental energy, all this aggression. You know what I mean? Go play you some video games, you know, some Call of Duty or whatever it is they play nowadays, killing motherfuckers. Go play you some Madden and hit some people. Do something. Go outside and box if you're really about that. You know, and that's more Martian type things. But hey, man, it don't matter where you got Mercury at. It don't matter where you got Venus at, Mars at. It don't matter what the fuck we got going on right here. Just because you built like that don't mean you have to build like that. Stop feeding into the motherfucking negative narrative. Hey, man, if you're fooling with me, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in the astrological reading whatsoever, please either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Say, man, there's been some priceless knowledge itself, man. Y'all please keep it trill and stay out the motherfucking way. I love everybody.